from the new federal state of China. We're here at Paul Hastings' New York headquarters office, right? At Grand Central Station, entire 4 floors, right? When I walked in, I was dazzled by the decorations, the lavishness of this place. But when I think about it, this money, every single thing in here is paid for with the blood-stained money of slave laborers in Xinjiang. And a lot of people have asked me, why should I come here? Why should I, join your protest, join your cause against Paul Hastings? Well, I will tell you why. Because without them, the concentration camps in Xinjiang wouldn't be built. Because without them, the international sanctions on slave laborers and against genocide would have worked. But because of the existence of firms like Paul Hastings and their collaboration with the Chinese Communist Party, even Chinese dissidents abroad living in America are persecuted for speaking up against the Chinese Communist Party, for basically taking a stance with the basic human rights, for pursuing happiness. That is why we're here, Nicole, right? We want to be this country to be a safe place for Asian Americans. We want all American people to know about the distasteful conduct of Paul Hastings, of O'Melveny, so that the American people can wake up and take action, because this country runs on rule of law, right? It's not influence and peddling. It's the rule of law. And eventually, I believe in this country. I believe in its court. I believe in the justice system. And I believe Paul Hastings and the wrongdoers, the collaborators of the Chinese Communist Party, will be held to justice.
Yes, absolutely. And I echo every word you have just said. And while we're moving around in this building, I see the lawyers and people who work in this building. They're looking at us. They want to hear what's the message we're trying to communicate with everyone in New York City, from around the world. Everybody needs to know the Chinese Communist Party is the root cause of all the disasters, including the coronavirus, also known as the CCP virus, vaccine mandate, high unemployment, inflation, economic downturn, financial crisis, your 401k, your public pension fund, everything, almost every disaster you have experienced in your personal life, in your own family, could be traced back to the Chinese Communist Party. And Paul Hastings, who is a prominent law firm, these people are supposed to be the law practitioners, but they're defending a lawless dictatorship. And they're persecuting the Chinese whistleblowers, who is the only hope for people to join and to take down the Chinese Communist Party. This is the reason why we are here. And we believe truth will prevail, justice will prevail. And we must hold not only the Chinese Communist Party, but also Paul Hastings and all those lawyers. Mark my words, you will be held accountable for the harms and damage you have done to the Chinese people.
And I think these law firms, I think they underestimate us, right? There's, like Nicole has stated before, there are 500 million Chinese whistleblowers, right? You can arrest me and Nicole right here, right now. There will be more of us. There will be more Prince, there will be more Nicoles, and there are 500 million more Chinese whistleblowers who are standing with us against your blatant corruptions and discrimination against Chinese dissidents. We will not give up. There's more of us than you. Keep that in mind. I also wanted to mention that we're always one generation away from tyranny. When I think back, and I asked this question many times, why was there a Chinese Exclusion Act, but not a Black Exclusion Act? Why was there no Irish Exclusion Act? Why was there no Italian Exclusion Act? And the answer is because we didn't have people like the new federal state of China to help speak up for the Chinese people. We didn't have a voice. No one knows about the cruelty that we're going through. But now we have GETTR. Now we have our new federal state of China. We have our rights and we have our fellow fighters. And together, we'll make sure that racism against Chinese Americans will never, ever, ever be a thing in this country.
Absolutely. So together, we'll take down the CCP and we'll hold everyone who has been colluding with the Chinese Communist Party to assault the U.S. rule of law foundation to persecute the Chinese dissidents. We will come after you. We will expose you and we will hold you accountable for the harms and damages you have done to our brothers and sisters, not only here in the United States, but every Chinese dissident has a family back in China. the family and friends, they need to know that American rule of law to serve the justice, not to support a communist dictatorship. Let's take down the CCP. 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 Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
We'll see you tomorrow.
We'll see you tomorrow, and we'll see you for the next 87 days, because we will never, ever give up defending the rights of Chinese Americans.